Hey guys, welcome back to the stream. I'm actually having some troubles with my internet right now. It says it's working pretty good, but it seems a little laggy. Looks like it's better now, but we'll see if it maintains. Quests in this area. So you know, like, the game does not feel like it's getting a very good frame rate, even though like most of the stuff turned. Oh, here we go. I don't know why, but it does not keep these settings. Every single time I gotta come in here and like readjust everything. I don't get it. Still not the best frame rate, but should be good enough to play. This game has a lot of bugs in it.
Envoy.
This guy's haircut is amazing. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy it for a minute.
The eyes of Paradise are still upon you. Watch your step.
Careful, he could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
After what you've done, you cannot imagine we would ignore you. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this. We deem you worthy. This time. We trust you will remember our gratitude.
Why's he gotta talk to me in a menacing voice while he was thanking me? Like, what the heck? Alright, give me a writ of passage. I don't know what that's for. Let's check our inventory. There we go. Alright. Looks like I did some good stuff earlier in the game, and now I can come and go without the resistance trying to kill me every 2 seconds. If you don't know, you can stash some of these heavier items in your camp. Also, at the same time, if you look, all these weapons have weights, and your gear, your armor, but nothing else does. So you can literally carry around everything. You just can't carry around like a million wands or swords or boots. I'll carry around different grimoires because that's how I cast my spells right now. So if I cast different spells, I gotta have different grimoires. Eventually you can learn all these permanently, but right now I am still kind of stuck to using the grimoire. It's a nice melee weapon, but I don't know if I'll use it or not. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, look how pretty that is. I am a caster, so I don't have a lot of skills or abilities unlocked right there. So, what is that? Looking over OBS and it's running like butt again. It says the streaming quality's too low, but it looks fine. It's just the OBS looks like it's just running like crap. I don't know if OBS needs an update. Maybe I need to close it out and make sure there's no updates, or maybe I need to roll it back. Because I didn't have this problem before, ever. All my other streams are pretty smooth. It's just been like the last 2 weeks, it's just been running really, really poorly. It's weird because it doesn't say it's dropping frames, it says drop frames 0%. I wonder if I had watched the actual live stream, if this is what it would look like. OBS just appears really choppy, and I don't know why. Hopefully that's the way people are experiencing the game when they watch me. So here's, oh look, it went smooth again. What the heck? So, just an FYI, when I look at CPU usage of OBS, right? Just OBS as itself, like typically it's right around 1.3 to 2%. Not giving a nice smooth. So like of my total CPU usage is barely anything, but like when it starts to chug, it's sitting right around 6 to 7% of my CPU, which is a lot for something that's just supposed to run in the background. I don't know why that is. I wonder if do I have this locked? Let's lock this to 60 frames per second. Let's see if that helps. What the heck's that thing?
Something doesn't feel right here. Never has.
Well, this is a big temple. I think it's a temple. Before I go in, I'm going to check out this little building over here.
Here they come. This one's mine. And roll!
Get in here with this sword and see what it does. It's not hitting any harder than my wand, though. Maybe if I was melee orientated, it'd be a lot more damage. Would look a lot cooler. Oh, everybody dead. Nobody to suck their essence from.
That's all of them.
Blue wood. Right now I'm kind of limited on what I can upgrade my wand to because of my materials.
Star metal, if I'm not mistaken. Might want to take that to a blacksmith.
Like, this game does a lot. You go off the beaten path, right? It's like, here's my path. I can either go into this building or I can go into this little tiny building. But it's not like that took a lot of exploration to get, right? I literally walked like 30 feet. So the map is very condensed, right? So it's not very big. Here's the city. You can kind of see where I've been already. I've almost been to the edge of the map here. Like, it's Not a big map. I know they try to say there's a lot of stuff to do in a very small area. I still feel like, and I haven't really got that exploration feeling yet. I've I've had to traverse the same areas quite a few times. Oh, okay, it's starting to bug out again. And in CPU's at 6.5% usage for OBS. So yeah, it's like OBS all of a sudden wants to take up a lot of resources and then go back to normal. Just don't know why it does that.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure? Well, just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwine barged past me. She was looking none too pleased.
You can tell that some of this game was made during COVID, because some of these lines are clearly taken from what you're supposed to do while you had COVID.
I didn't ask. The less I know, the better. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwine's on the prowl.
I'm going to start calling the Dream
Tread lightly.
Scourge COVID.
As long as she's not on our scent. Given how angry she was about Eagwolf, probably best we give her a wide berth.
You're cleared to pass, Envoy.
Those screens.
And Sam sad to be leaving Paradise. They had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed you is going to try again.
It's what most of us come here for. I only wish more of us really got one. Unfortunately, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adiran soldiers.
Oh, I hear you. Unfortunately, if you're marching shoulder to shoulder, some of their stink is bound to rub off on you.
I don't like that Ludwine woman. She gives me the freakus.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift.
I really didn't think she was that mean to Hilgard. Like, you would think she would have went there, like, chopped his arm off or something. No, the guy was not a great leader. She called him out on that being a great leader, and that's it. So far, the people they say are awful aren't really showing it. It's like you have to, like, read in between the lines. Like, hey, they're probably killing people off screen, but you don't see it on screen.
And that's gonna mean trouble for everyone around them before long.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of this city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? We'll maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know is coming.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Fair enough, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome. Hillguard's already brought your homeland's prohibitions against animancy to paradise.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fjord is, an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches. All surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island. Right. You know, present company excluded, and all that.
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
See what I mean? It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay, until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops. Hopefully there's nothing to that. But if there is, we'll find out soon enough. And, while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway... You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines. Imagine a flooded area, but instead of water, it's all plants that just seem to want you lost, starving, and dead. Step on the wrong thorn or eat the wrong leaf, and you'll find yourself paralyzed or exploding out of both ends.
He's just trying to scare you. But he's also right. You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
I have, you know, things to do back in Paradise. It keeps me plenty busy.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the Envoy's never been. Know any good guides we could hire?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
Hey, you don't have to butter me up.
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdut. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
See if I can update anything. Let's just
Marius,
look more
did
like
you leave a cleaning
something
manual
cool.
in my pack?
Doesn't ring a bell, but I suggest reading it when you get a chance. It's rude not to read a book given as a gift. Gift.
Since when do you worry about being...
Oh, I didn't realize I had 2 unique weapons. I don't know if I want to waste my materials on a weapon I don't use.
Being rude.
I'm just saying, maybe someone gave...
Did I just take everything? Oh. I wanted to take like that one item. Alright,
you that for a reason.
let's see if I can.
I've noticed that camp supplies don't generally clean themselves.
Weren't you telling... me not to wash my clothes so much?
Well, the wilderness doesn't generally smell like boiled hardtack or peppered... Lithbark stew.
If this is about the time I burned your favorite pan trying to bake sweet pie in it, I'm still sorry, and I'll still get you a new one. I don't know how you fit a cleaning manual in your pack anyway.
Well, I certainly wouldn't know, because I didn't give you that book.
You know, if there's something you want to say, you can always talk to me.
Alright. Got my weapon upgraded. Barely upgraded anything else, though. So what I noticed with the game so far is it's pretty chintzy with the weapons. Like, I've only got this common wand. With the gear, I do have a unique outfit on, but like, my choices were like the common robe or this outfit, and it's chintzy with the experience levels. I feel like I'm leveling super slow, like taking like 2 to 3 hours per level at this point. It's just very tedious right now, and using the same spells over and over.
Oh, would you be a dear and help with these squabblings, please?
Looks like she could use our help.
Let's give her a hand.
Why did it not cast it?
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you? To climb, of course.
You're welcome to my shoulders.
There's a godless artifact just out of reach, and I must have it. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned. Do they really? I wonder what other advantages godlikes come with. Maybe the three of you have experimented?
I'll try anything.
I don't know what to say with this. Why are these options?
Encourage me? It sounds like you're the one who needs a little encouragement. In any event, I already have a lover. He always carries a ladder. But sadly, he's busy helping the Animancers in Fuel, and I need this vase now. Oh, absolutely not. Vidaro, the governor, is an uptight postinago. But if you want to know about the governor, fetch me that artifact. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins, but no one listens to me.
I don't know, once we go 400 meters that way. Yeah, that seems like a ways along the way.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
Yep, stealing that crap. Come on. Ah! Did it blow up?
Nice job, everyone. Here it comes.
saying it's like a hidden item, and it's like a common sword. Like, it really doesn't want, like, it's not worth exploring these side passages. Yeah, I get like a blue crafting material, but geez, it's not exciting, right? Like, crafting material is not exciting. This isn't a crafting game, and it's not like I'm an end game crafting, so it just doesn't seem like the reward is worth it sometimes.
Granted, I don't come here often.
Phone call.
But when did it get this bad? I was just getting warmed up.
Okay.
As if people weren't hungry enough.
Check out this farmhouse. Use the beaten path a little bit.
Oh, more of this stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it?
all you've got. Last week you said there'd be grain.
You know what I said. But we only have so much to go around.
Are the animals starving as well, Or are they sipping tea?
Take it up with the governor. I don't make the rules. Go home. Lay traps in the woods and pray for game. I can't help you.
We know you're stashing the grain somewhere. Well, let's have it.
Ah, there's no stash, as I've told you before. If I had grain, I'd give it to you. I know, times are hard.
The crops are coming up wrong, miss. Flies won't even land on them.
It's bad all over. Trust me.
No cutting in line. I was here first.
You're the first godlike to come through in... well, I can't remember how long. I hope that's a good sign. I'll take what I can get. If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter. Really? You know the gods don't exactly favor animancy. Some say the old gods aren't here, or maybe they just don't care for the living lands. If you need an animancer, you'll have to clear it with the governor. He lives in the big manor on the far side of town. Let me know if anything strikes your fancy. We don't have much, but the harvest hasn't bled us dry yet.
Alright, I know I need a couple of these talons, at least 2 of them I think, for my next weapon upgrade. Alright, so... probably don't have any pieces of wood. Geez, all their stuff's super expensive too, though. Light armor. Maximum essence, 15 carry capacity. It looks pretty nice. 5,000 gold, or whatever the currency is called. Yeah, that would be a lot better than what I'm using now. The extra essence would really help me out. I think I oh, 4 hardwood. I say I need 4 of these and 2 of these, I think. I might be able to go upgrade my weapon like right now. See, like when the OBS goes crazy, I wonder if it's like doing a shader compilation step. Like it's not affecting the game that badly, but I wonder if it's affecting like my underutilized cores, at least what the game thinks is underutilized. So like OBS will start to struggle. Town. Look, I just grabbed 2 of them here, and I just bought 450 gold, 2 from inside that building. It's upsetting. Alright, let's go up to this.
I don't see what's the problem.
Camping area.
If you can see it, I doubt I can explain.
8 pieces of hardwood. Not asking for much.
You feeling okay? Seems like you were having a strange dream the other night. A cup of tea.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear. For us. For you. Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke, we recall. You are not safe with her. Did the deer anger the blaze? Did the brush? Did the soil? It consumes skin, heart. She hurt us. We only remember pain. We sift through our memories. They prick us. We cannot see. Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it. No recourse but teeth. The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen. Have care. Have care.
You told us that Animan seed would save our crops, and now look, spoiled on the vine. Zarips won't even touch them.
Animancy is a process. We're talking about a delicate metaphysical ecosystem.
Machines everywhere, and none of them are doing a lick of good.
Be patient and things will get better, I promise.
Nothing here. It's got something.
Gods, what do I tell Sovia? What do I tell the children? It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it? Oh, I saw them. Dirty, rotten scavengers. Haven't worked a day in their lives. Not real work, anyway. I went inside just for a moment. The bandits. took everything. This was probably her last harvest. There's not a damn thing left to eat. Fjord's Grain Commission offered to open their stores, but I'm not lining up to take it. We can fend for ourselves. At least when we don't have freeloaders coming for everything we've got. What? No. We're fine. No smuggling, no dream scourge. What are you implying? Huh. Like sticking your nose in other people's business, do you? No, it's not like that. Gods, don't know who to trust these days. My wife, she's sick. Not a dream troll, just sick. We've known for a while now. But treatment is expensive. There's not enough to go around. I thought if she could eat well for whatever time she had left, she'd be more comfortable. And now, it's gone. There. Are you happy? Ah, finally! Someone who cares about something other than themselves. When they ran away, I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival.
Welcome to the stream. Just playing a little bit of Avowed, trying to get a little bit further in the game before I freaking uninstall it. Like this.
Glad that's over.
So right now I'm just making my way to the next area. Just left the main city, moving to the Animancer city.
Yeah, I pretty much brought that plague bear down by myself.
Did you now?
Captain must order.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. I am a captain in the Steel Garrote, envoy. The name is Alfir. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. Fair enough, envoy. Talk to the man all you'd like. When diplomacy fails, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge
What's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The dream
Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no dream storage in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now. How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just, we don't see many of your kind anymore.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Ooh, this governor's getting a little big for his britches.
Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
So in my headset, I hear like the wind and background noises of like bugs and stuff super loud, and then like the voices are okay. It's weird just how much background noise is like in this. It's like the sound design is not that great.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
As usual, Giatta never misses a chance to slander me. Don't ignore her concerns, only her methods.
And you still do nothing. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. You must be unfamiliar with animancy. There's always collateral damage. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Then we'd better do it somewhere else. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Gianta is an outcast. Perhaps, but I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
I'll find us another bedroom.
Let's see if there's anything inside this guy's house I can steal before I walk away. Geez, nothing. Here we go. Chess piece. 20% move speed. Yes, please. Let's go. Oh, sounds like the mother had the dream scourge.
Is this the governor's mother? Blessed a shame.
Ignacy. Where is Ignacy? That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him, sir?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. I can think of one. He's an entitled little worm who can't stand to be proven wrong.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone. We'll have fewer resources to work with, but anything's possible. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
We will set aside our differences for the greater good, won't we, Giada?
Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Sorry. I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fjormus Ivernum. Forever.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be all right. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare a squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the Animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. Don't worry. Ignasi can't banish us all. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. No one ever achieved the impossible without being a little unhinged. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Oh, she got a lot of good stuff in here. Everybody else is in town. She got like a freaking pantry just stacked to the brim.
Careful! We'll get thrown out of the pub.
We're all ready.
Really? Huh. And when did that happen?
Can't say as I remember. You, my friend, need some water.
I had one job. Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been? Not everyone has the ranger captain breathing down their neck. I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here. Belena and Adelaro are their names. Haven't seen more than 20 winters and... gods, they act their age. They were good rangers once. But since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to... Oh, fine. Get right to it, then.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh, man. This brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and I... The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
So far, there's like one straight relationship in the first city. You help that couple escape. But every mention of sex or relations has been gay so far in this game. Like all of them. I hear stuff up there. I hear a chest, but I don't know where it would be. 4 more loose branches. I honestly wonder if I should just stop upgrading this common wand. That way when I finally do have a unique one, I can actually upgrade it.
Would you care for a refreshment? If you are looking for sun, we have... Oh. Clothes. Their anxiety. Fiorna. Believe it or not, one... among other, Haley, but the tech... Regrettably, we have...
Ooh. These bracers look pretty good. One of the things in this game is the ability cost just costs a lot of essence, so reducing them by 10% is very good. This is 20 maximum essence, but I really do believe yeah, this is really good. Not listening to Pharaoh.
That her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate...
Sure, I don't have any shirt in.
Ahora está agora. I really don't think you can deny that everything wrong in Fedora.
Good one!
Not bad, Marius.
place could use a broom or two. And maybe a team of carpenters.
There's a dagger over there. I can drop down on it. Common dagger, who would have guessed?
The great mystery is, are godlike blessed or cursed? The gods are silent on this issue.
Neither. They just are. Anything else is speculation.
Treasure chest, but I do not see it.
Did you hear that Giada was sent into exile?
Yvette, look what I found! A genuine godlike.
Oh my gods, Remy, it's finally happening.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
Okay, these people are supposed to be super intelligent scientists, but they just talk to me like I'm an idiot, which they should know better than. Usually godlikes are placed in places of power along, you know, I work directly for the Emperor as this character. So you would think the Animancers would know at least the basics.
Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
It's just that we've never met a godlike before. This is a big day for us.
Giada must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giada needs to finish her research. Deal?
I like how she already knew I needed them to do something to finish Giada's research. Like, the writing is so freaking bad. Like, that's one of the reasons I'm almost at the point where I just want to uninstall this game.
We want to know about the godlike, of course. You're the first one we've encountered in the wild.
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky. Forget what I think. Let's keep the focus on you. Tired of being remarkable? Interesting.
My turn. Some would call you blessed,
Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us?
Sounds like entitlement. So no.
Weren't you?
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone? Well, there's no reason to be rude. I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start. Trust in animancy to always find the most complicated way around a problem.
It would have to be a very ancient pillar. Giada would know the details.
It sounds like Giada already knew the answers if she knows the details, so why did I come to these people? Why? Like, this is the poor writing that people are talking about. Like, this is what makes it a bad game. It just, like, literally, I did not need to come to these people. They're just going to turn me around and say, hey, Giada knows the details about what you need to do. Well, why did I come all the way out here?
An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh soccer, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Ugh, I might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Why is it somehow worse when the Revenants aren't trying to kill you?
A godlike in Emerald's Den. Well, well, maybe our luck's improving. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day. Try and use their names, if you don't mind. It builds their confidence. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
We can smell it, too.
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple. But my revenants are special. So gentle and well-behaved. Most of the time.
My idea of a well-behaved corpse is one that stays dead.
Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong. Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural. We're animancers, hooking up equipment and seeing what... You see, the living lands is rich with essence. We channel this energy into our fields. And that's why Emerald's there is the breadbasket of the living.
There's something poetic about the idea of plants eating souls to survive. Creepy, but poetic.
But as you can see, we've been deep. Spoken like a true Adiran. Traditional farms depend on water, sun, animancy can change the world. But it's an uphill climb. People don't trust what they don't understand. Giata Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask. Is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? That's our governor for you. Self-righteous even in his own ignorance. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants they can't do Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. Silvo is one of my Revenants. My old... Someone needs to put a poor fellow out to pasture.
Well, he's already dead.
When a Revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. Whether you're raising cows or corpses, every farmer lives with death. Thank you for understanding. You can find Silvo in the... Just...
So, we're killing a Revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Watch yourself.
And roll!
I would like to know why every once in a while I'll just do like a random kill like that.
Voy, a pleasure as always. Poor Sylvan. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Well, he was my first success. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the reading, but I believe what the exotic plants and animals. There's something about the Quite right. A broken clock is right twice a day. Adra is a conduit for essence. So maybe you'll find a connection between the essence, like the rings of... Not to get too superstitious, towards what...
So far, everything they've been talking about is not new information. It's stuff I learned earlier in the game. I feel like I'm just treading old water, and it's still no new information or more clarity to the information I already knew. It's just, I really don't like this quest. It seems like a big waste of time. It's like not even a fetch quest. It's just like, I don't know.
Animancer's tug at the curtain. You and Giat are going to shake things up. As for...
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
7 in the past week. How am I supposed to live like this?
Fair. I'm not anything wrong. Probably using me as an example. Pick on a new kid, you know? I'll be back out there in no time. You watch.
Walking into a new area. Game stutters. OBS stutters. You ever think, what if I wasn't born? Or
haunted machine. Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Well, maybe to you, but I was educated in the great laboratories of Spirento, in the halls of experimentation. But you didn't journey all this way to hear me reminisce about the old country. Giada. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research. Yes, her theory of the... What I need is a... We can't make something out of nothing. We're still limited by our resources. I could use a large single block of Atra, but harvesting it is... Oh, wait. One of our... Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart. The grove is to the west. You may be able to. So you can... Still. Delum gone quick. Do be careful.
If you can convince her to hand it over, I'll be more than impressed.
Ado! Welcome to my fine establishment, amigo.
I feel like I haven't done anything interesting in the last half hour. Some of the worst quests I've ever done in my life. Where am I going? I don't see it on the map.
Envoy.
Good. You finally showed up. I was worried you weren't coming.
Who are you?
The name's Keylage. Pleasure to meet you. Hilgard sent me to Emerald Stair to keep an eye on this place. I had orders to make contact as soon as you arrived. I won't talk long. He only wants me to let you know I'm here. If you need to get word to the ambassador, I'm your man. No. They're fine. It's Ludwig's nightmare squad I'm worried about. I don't want to draw their attention. I think they're up to something. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think the scale of their operation is dangerous. All right. I suppose I can do that. Exactly how far do you want me to go with this? Understood. Until later, Envoy.
I feel like if I would have pushed that guy super hard, he probably would have ended up dead.
Here we go! Look to your left.
Worth a look. Then.
I'm good at ranged weapon that sucks at range. my guys should be able to kill that guy.
We've got other battles to fight.
Useless.
Worth and rock! Hear the chest, but it's not what I'm trying to do. And rock! Worth and rock! Seal mess meat. Eon Seek. And rock! Eon Seek. Seal mess meat. Luthen. That's everything.
Alright. I think I'm done playing this game. Doesn't look like anybody really wants to watch me play it. Alright, have a good night. Thanks, guys.